Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Germany, as you can see. Okay, saw a question posted on the forum and I can address it pretty quickly here. I think they were playing as China, but they wanted to know how to defend along the coast. Okay, well, what you do is and they wanted to give orders to do such and not just obviously placing troops there. So you create a battle group. You don't even have to give it a commander. But what you do is go to this one, the fallback line here, the shield with the dash across it, and then right-click right along the coast. And for some reason, well, maybe it will this time. Yeah, it will move. Now, if you have more of the provinces than people, there will be gaps. So what you can do in that case, if you're somebody like China or if you're Germany and you eventually got a lot of long coastline, you can create a division template by duplicating one of these and then removing some of the battalions. So it's weaker, but it's enough to deter simple attacks along the coast. And mentioning that, transports here, you need to research these to increase your naval invasion capacity. That's naval invasion capacity of 10 divisions, 40. Well, I don't know if it's divisions. I think it may be battalions. I'd have to look that up. 100, because not exactly sure how that. I think that may be. No, because 10, that would be battalions. That would be just about 2 divisions. I think you get more. Maybe it's 10 divisions. Not exactly sure how that works out, but you know, if you want to get to a D-Day, you know, a massive, huge invasion, you've got to research it. So just another thing to realize when you're doing it. So early on, you're not going to be facing D-Day style invasions. You may be facing invasions, and I will plan on defending this coastline for sure. Okay, just wanted to show that off quick. Okay, here we are. Didn't realize the clock was rocking. Rolling. Okay, so we've got here. We're microing this right now. And we want to cut off. And you can attack. What I want to do is support attack. Then. They're pretty weak. They got more units, but they're pretty weak compared to my 2 German divisions and 1 Spanish division in that attack. We need to keep an eye up here because it will let us know if things change at home in Germany. We want to be able to react to them, like well, obviously something pop up here in the center. Army innovations, a new national focus. Okay, we want to do a treaty with the USSR. A little history behind that. Before the Hitler government came into power, Germany, of course, was limited at 100,000 man army, banned from having tanks, banned from having an air force. Some of the armaments manufacturers moved some of their armaments manufacturing outside of the country. Others just converted manufacturing like Krupp to other steel things. Right around in here was Simpson and Sons was was the smallest of the sort of major arms manufacturers. No, it wasn't in Erfurt, but I don't think it was somewhere around here. Smallest of the major arms manufacturers. They were the only company licensed by the Versailles Treaty, happened to be Jewish, to continue to manufacture arms for the new German army and police and whatnot. So, and it was very limited in what they could produce in types. Another major pariah country, and there were definitely in the Rhineland more, but throughout Germany potentially, there were Treaty of Versailles inspectors. Well, to get around some of this, there was another pariah country out there, and that was the Soviet Union. So even before Hitler came into power, under the basically nationalist government of the Weimar, they were already doing some testing in the Soviet Union. The Soviets liked this because they could observe what the Germans were testing, because they knew the Germans were very good armaments developers. Well, Hitler, of course, hated the Nazis. What did Hitler do? He increased the relationship with the Soviet Union and testing of both tanks and that type of ground elements, as well as air units, combat air units. Some of the early bombers, just clicking here to show them. Some of the early bombers, the JU-88 doesn't show it too well, but I mean the HE-111 is sort of a bulbous aircraft. I'm thinking of some of the Dornier, and DO-17 is popping in my head as the number. Very skinny airplanes that had double engines, were very fast, and they were called mail planes. So they were developing them to very rapidly deliver mail, but they weren't very big and couldn't carry very much. But airmail, basically, they were training air setup, and they were very unsuitable to be passenger planes. The HE-111 was big enough to be a passenger airplane, medium size, but they were sort of hiding some of their development, paid for by the government, as other things. But they were doing testing in the Soviet Union very quietly, very covertly, and that's what this treaty with the USSR was, to continuing the testing program. For those of you new to my channel and series, because they're watching Hearts of Iron content, I like to include historical context in with the videos while playing the games. It may slow up the... Let's get this just a little bit here. Slow up the gameplay some, but a fair number of people seem to find it. Support this one. I'm doing a control right click to do this. Support the attack. Oh. Gotta pay attention up here. Okay, we can change the government. Modify it some way. Again, we're doing okay with manpower. So, I think I want to do aircraft design things. We're doing not too much. These, you can improve research time for artillery, motorization, or small arms. I normally do small arms. But this will help air research time while it's in, but I also like to have good fighters. I want to control the air, win the air battle. So now let's take a quick look. Gotta pause here. Now these fighters will be built as Messerschmitt Bf-109 influence fighters. Okay. Now we're going to leave them here, at least for the moment. So they're going to support the attack to keep these guys cut off. We want to cut off their supply line. So we're going to take out Barcelona. And keep moving rapidly. Oh, they're counterattacking already. Since they've got in another division, so that actually 2 more divisions will move in these guys. Keep pressure on them. So we don't have time to reorganize. Again, just supporting the attack, so we hold Barcelona so they won't abandon it and be reoccupied by somebody else. Now the AI, as maybe you would expect, isn't terribly bright. I mean, I think it's going to be better than the Hearts of Iron 3 AI. But, as you can see, they could be using that cavalry unit to, like, be scooping up other territory or things. So, the more you can quickly close off these other little extraneous areas, it'll allow the AI to concentrate its force to take other parts of Spain. They've got a couple Soviet divisions in there. That's why they're holding out as long as they have. And yeah. But you see they're now moving a bit. I mean, it's not as dumb as what might be thought, but they've left out. Now they're going in. Good. And they've done a bit of a pincer movement, but they've allowed themselves to be outflanked, cut off. Hoping as soon as they leave, we can get Russian and hold the city good. Slow this up again a little bit. If you're going to micromanage, which I like doing, can't let it go too fast. Oh, no. Okay, we've built a bunch of factories now. I know you can plus more here, but I guess I'm just more of a dynamic player, so. Now we've got some more ICs, and what I want to do here is take a quick look. We could use 9 rubber and 19 fuel. So let's go to our friends in Europe so we don't have to transport it. Well, right now there's only free 6 barrels or whatever you want to call it, oil, tons of oil, I don't know, from Romania, but I don't need 24. So what I'm going to do is just do 16, and best trading partner locally here is the Netherlands, and just go with 8 whatever you want to call it of rubber. So now we're only in a deficit of 1 and 3 for those 2 things. So this will mean things like aircraft and trucks will be produced more efficiently. Down here on the bottom, they are running out of some stuff still, but it'll be more efficient. Okay, we've got more artillery, that's good. And anti-tank guns, so we can start producing anti-tank guns, but we're now into 37. So, production, this construction speed will improve by 10% there. And we're gonna, this raises the efficiency cap by 10%. So this thing here will go up from 55% to 65%, capped out once it gets it operating at full efficiency. They've totally exhausted themselves. Or disorganized themselves, I should say. Now if we look at the supply mode, where's that? Sorry, supply mode. You'll see this here. We are supplying, via Germany, the supplies for my 3 divisions into Spain. So the replacement equipment is coming that way. And you can see if you want to hover over it, how much can be supplied through there, and it's figured out, and that kind of thing. I'm sorry, I'm not a big mathematics detail type player. We're going to stop that attack. The 1 Panzer Division wasn't enough to handle it. Now they're joining. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, we've got the treaty with the USSR. You can just click here, which will open this straight up. Now we have that. What I want to do is air innovations here. Hindenburg incident. Now these things are, these events are dynamic. They are, I believe, weighted to go the historical way. Hindenburg historically did go up in flames. Excuse me. But it can not happen. And that's what's happening this time. Disaster was narrowly averted today when a diesel fuel leak was discovered on the German passenger airship Hindenburg as it came into dock at Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. It was the naval air station they were using is because the U.S. Navy was in charge of the American airships, which a few of them were German airships of World War I that were given to America as part of war reparations. And so they built around the United States several big, large opening fields with hangars designed to house Zeppelins. Back then, that's why they were out there. The leak was promptly repaired. Had it gone unnoticed, flammable vapors could have resulted in fire that would have engulfed the entire airships. Critics have long questioned the wisdom of the passenger airships given their spotty safety record and incidents, and this incident is bound to make them more vocal. Yeah, it's a big flying gas bomb. Helium doesn't lift as well as hydrogen, but helium is non-flammable. Fuel can go up. Yeah, the fuel can catch a regular fire or something, but it won't turn everything into a big fireball. It would be better, but the Germans did not have access. Most of the helium was available in the United States, and the United States passed a law banning its export. I think it's still on the books. You can't export helium from the United States because they are still, I guess, worried about Zeppelins being made around the world. So that's why it was set up as a World War I, post-World War I law. And it's still there on helium, so that Germany could not build helium-based Zeppelins. They couldn't get enough helium. So close call, and the Soviets have accepted our treaty, and we will get some research bonuses for a few vehicles, as it shows right there. Basically, we're able to go out and test them. Okay, let's keep these guys going. If you don't fully take this whole border, Republican units can retreat into France and then come back in once they're better organized up. But once you get it all nationalist Spain, they will be stuck there and have to try to transfer out via ship or something to some other parts. Oh, federal government again. I think we're going to go next. Tanks. Okay, so Henschel, one of the German armor producers, armor research time by having this in, I think they're all 10% reduction. But max speed up 5%, reliability up 5% for tanks built under it. Porsche, armor up 5%, hard attack up 5%. Or man, reliability up 5%, and soft attack up. So if you're going to kill more infantry, that's what this will do, and it'll be more reliable. This will be heavier armor and more tank killing ability. This will be faster speed and more reliability on your attacks. Let's see. I think we're going to go here. I want speed, I guess. We're going to go with Henschel. We're making light tanks. So we're going to go with speed and reliability. Reliability, what that does is it reduces the amount of attrition a tank will take. So you won't, will last longer, basically. So if you're going to drive around a lot or whatever, it will come better. Right, and now like that. So this unit here has high organization, but you can see it has almost zero equipment in it. So it's going to be very weak compared to my fully equipped out motorized unit. And it's also a elite SS unit here that we're looking at. I mispronounced it, sorry. Whoops. Gotta get them down. Because once we get these guys down, free up all the surrounding units. Now I will say this for the AI here. Steel Volt is, in my opinion, doing a very good job. One thing I want to point out here is notice this guy here, he a different color of NATO symbol, plus, but you can see he has the Italian flag, so that's an Italian division and also Italian uniform. But Steel Volt has worked out what Hearts of Iron 3 never did, was guarding some of the victory hexes here. So this works to a degree as a strategic reserve. I've yet to see them, well, sometimes maybe the priorities have, now there's enough other divisions around here that it's not prioritized for it, that have left their garrisoning, but it does work as a strategic reserve, because if they're starting to break through somewhere, this unit won't be, and you see, and it's, he went there and then decided to go there to form the line. It's sort of how many units does it have available, and it's, I'm sure, some highly complicated math thing that I don't understand, and I'm sure they're still working on it to improve it. But it does allow that if we were losing and shattered units are retreating back here, they would retreat back onto at least one division that was hopefully in good shape, or in better shape. Okay, well, they've been able to hold out. And we will attack until basically we lose organization here. That's what happened there. Now we're getting back to organize. So we're going to go and attack again. It's the two Soviet divisions that are what's really fighting back effectively. Hopefully we'll crush them. And on something like this with mostly AI around here, you just don't want to trust, at least I don't want to trust the AI to, if I were to leave with my mobile forces, which especially the tank division would be nice to go get more areas. I don't trust the AI to reduce the pocket. They would try to contain it and then maybe shift forces away and allow it to break out, and then they create another big area again. So I'm going to continue to besiege that. As you can see, they're sort of attacking and then not attacking, attacking and not attacking. Sort of what's going on with their sort of pop up and down here. And we've lost organization again. Hopefully. Killing them. Nope, nope. Not enough there. Oh, we don't have enough organization. We need to get that. Bit better. Nope, they're now attacking us, but we're defending them. Green means we're doing well. Red, not so well. Orange, okay. I'm hoping to kill off their equipment here. Okay, but they both went non-historical. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known to many as the Queen of the Air, completed a flight around the world together with her navigator Fred Noonan after a brief scare when the pair temporarily got lost approaching the Howland Island in the Pacific. The flight proceeded without incident, and this morning. Their Lockheed Electra touched down at Oakland, California. Ceremony to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart will be personally congratulated for her feat by the president. Okay, obviously a non-historical outcome. Presume you all know that she crashed. Over. Okay, we've got delay. So each one of these, and we're getting a 50% reduction in research time. That I believe is maybe the Soviet treaty or the Army innovation. This is the Soviet treaty, I believe. Okay, so we've got industry fully going. We could do that. But since we're still fighting here, what I want to do is going to happen in 111 days. Elastic defense, get improved organization, tank speed, armor variants approved, enables the tactic elastic defense, reinforcement rate +2. So yes, very good. You want to go through those as quickly as you can and modify the government as well. Other thing I want to do here is, since we're still continuing this battle, I need to pick one of these. Some of these I think are very ahistorical, or not historical, like Erwin Rommel. Guderian was the proper theorist here, but we could put him in charge of the high command staff. You have one for each of the branches of services, and then 3 subs that you get to pick, but not for each one, total of 3 subs. So you can pick naval, like Lugians here again. Well, logistics maybe. I don't know. I have a low opinion of Lugians. But you can pick some of these guys, like if you want to have airborne paratroopers improved. Well, since we're doing sort of an armored, which helps our armored division there, we're going to be doing that. We're going to pick Rommel. He, at this time, 37, was a colonel. His famous book, Infantry Attacks, I've read it at least twice, wasn't published until 1937, so he was still just a colonel at this time, so I think it was coming a little early. He did not. He was a mountain officer. That's what his job in World War I was a mountain troops from the Bavarian Mountain Regiment. I forget which one. So we're going to do rocketry. Again, we're moving towards the extra research slot. It will, like I say, slow our likely entry into the war. But I want to get that extra research slot as fast as possible. And I'm going to keep hitting these guys. Okay, and construction speed. Research that, and that's too far away. We want more resources, so we'll do it. That construction speed will help with that. Still 37, so a few more. And no, as you can tell, I don't play this scientifically to know I need 5 more factories or 10 more factories. Marco Polo Bridge incident. The Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge, located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of the Japanese aggression had been reached. Diplomats fear a volatile situation could result in war at any time. This was an event largely manufactured, or at least made a bigger deal of by the Japanese than would have otherwise been, to justify basically a war goal. And this person is great. That will help our production. Now we'll do that. 66 days, yeah. See, as soon as I can kill this, you see, watch it, he's going out, and they would start expanding, creating a big pocket all over again. I know they may be needed somewhere else, but all these divisions would just start going everywhere. Okay, we've lost organization. So now, look right there. The AI is topping out. Two good Soviet divisions. See if we can Okay, well, we're going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the video. Please post your questions, comments, suggestions, other things. I'll do my best to answer them. Hope to hear from you. Helps me be a better YouTuber if I know who I'm talking to. See you next time.